Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tac Delta, and welcome to the Performance Racing League. We've got some cars heading out on track already. Let's see if we can hop on board with that Red Bull. I'm not sure which one it was. It wasn't Tar Heels, it must be Hayscran. So Hayscran's gonna be... No, Hayscran won't be the first one out. There's another driver just ahead of him. But as the drivers are ahead of one another, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. This is the Performance Racing League. We are in round 10. I believe we're in round 10. Let's double check, make sure. Wouldn't want to lie to the loyal viewers here. We are. We're in round 10 in Great Britain. And looks like we got quite a few cars out here ahead of the Red Bull. It looks like Jimmy Pull-Up making a defiant, triumphant return to Tier 3. Great to see Jimmy back. He's going to give room for his teammate to go on by there. That's OTL Feb, who's made a new challenge for the championship. So Alfa Romeo squad is going to be looking quite handy going into the Constructors' Championship. They're a little behind right now, but they should be soon to catch up. Give me just 1 second here. Anyway, while we're working through this, Tier 3. Tier 3 championship right now is being locked down by Lucasade in the Mercedes, followed closely by Tar Heels. Only a 21-point gap between the two, so that can shift and change over the course of this race. Shep following close behind Space Cowboy, only 50 points away from the top of the championship here in T3. And we come back with OTL Feb here making the first push lap. Staying just nice and fine within the track limits. I'm coming down the straight here. Through the right-hander, just a double dip down into 6th gear. Comes to 7th. Goes through the final little technical bits. Coming across the line. And OTL Feb is going to set a 1:30.1. So a pretty solid time from our group in Tier 3. And I think the booth has been invaded.
Hello, Tac Delta.
It has.
Can you hear me?
I can, yeah. I sure can.
Okay, well, fingers crossed everyone else can as well.
Right. A lovely sign.
Great to be at Silverstone. Great to be with you, Tac. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm ready to see what kind of a show Tier 3 can put on for us today. They've been exciting in your absence, so hopefully that trend continues.
Yeah, I've caught up with some of the races. It's a pretty competitive tier these days, isn't it?
Yeah, they all run quite tight.
The new guy, OTL, he's won a couple. Also done some great highlight videos. Shout out to him. Yeah, and Lucas Ace, obviously, who just got a podium in the Tier 2 race. Obviously one to watch.
Yeah, good runner. So, I've introduced something new, and you may have picked up on it if you've seen some of the other races, but I've introduced our Fast 5 in Tier 3. Just our 5 drivers that we usually see right at the top. So, and the list changes from time to time, but right now, Lucasade is a member of the Fast Five, followed by Shep, Jimmy Pull-Up, Share Shaft, and Tar Heels. Those are the Fast Five at current.
Yeah.
At current. Now, Jimmy's been looking to lose his spot.
I think Cher's going to do well today. I've got a good feeling for Cher.
Oh, yeah.
Home race.
Home Grand Prix. Got to be on top of it.
You know, all the ladies are screaming.
Oh, yeah. Of course. The men, too.
Oh, just as I say that, he spins. So, I'm just on with Dookie, who I think is on a lap. Stepping in for Femi in the Williams.
Femi's had a decent run the last couple of times that we've seen him. Hasn't competed in every race, but every race he's competed in that he's finished, it's been top 5 or better.
Yeah. No, he's quick. It's a quick team, Cher and Femi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both of them could be top 5 easy. Oh, just struggled a bit through Chapel. Debut for Dookie. Good luck to you. See if you can get amongst those top 5.
Yeah, we'll ride on board and see.
Slightly missed his apex there. Bit tentative. On the gas through into P9 at the 132.
I'm sure he'll be looking to improve as we go through.
Yeah. Do we know if it's a dry race?
I haven't gotten word yet. Let me see.
On, Tack. I thought you'd have been in touch with the meteorology department days in advance.
I'm doing my best. I do my best, but we're having a little bit of an off day today, so doing our best.
It does look cloudy.
Well, it's Britain. It's always cloudy there, isn't it?
Guilty. So Lucasade's on a lap. He's always run wide. He's run wide at Cops and invalidated. He was actually up on his sector 1.
Oof.
I don't know if he's got enough gas to go again.
Yeah, commentator's curse is very real here. I hopped on with Chaos just to watch him spin.
Yeah, as Joe, Baba Yaga, puts it into P4.
That's a bit out of character, isn't it? Setting a time.
Yeah.
Setting a competitive time. Anyway.
He likes to get driver of the day, I think, Joe. That's why he does it.
Ah, okay. I understand. Pride.
I'm on with Tafur in the Alpine, and I thought I just saw a drop of rain, but I might be. It's been a heavy weekend, so don't trust me on my eyes right now. No,
ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your sets. There is a chance of rain towards the end of qualifying, and then dry start for the race, but there's a chance of rain to show up halfway through the race as well. So
okay, expect fireworks.
Yeah, we'll see something interesting towards the end here.
Drops then. So I think it's get your lap in now, or you're not going to be quicker than the times currently set.
Yep. So we'll see a lot out just to.
So Cher and Tar Heels. Tar Heels just setting a lap now, just starting his lap. It's not that heavy at the moment. It's just a couple of drops here and there, but
yeah, looks heavier towards the front of the track than the rear. Although I'm not sure if the game differentiates that or if it rains the same everywhere.
That's a good question. I think it might do. I'm sure I've had it at Spa where it's been a lot wetter in one part of the track compared to others.
Interesting. Well, let's see. Yeah, it's really slippery. Tar Heels there losing it in a spot where you don't typically lose it. So I think the times that we see now might be the times we see for the day. If we're not careful.
If people would go out and just do some laps on the wets.
I certainly would. Especially if there's a chance of rain in the race.
Yeah, but if it starts dry, it always takes me 4 or 5 laps to get my pace back on slicks, having done wet laps, because I'm so. I find it harder to go from less grip to more grip than the other way around. Essentially.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, yeah. Lucasade is still out on a hot lap on the soft tire. I've just hopped on board with him.
Jimmy up into P3.
Yeah, he's been absent for the last few races, but you can't stay out of the Fast Five for long. I mean,
I think it was Bahrain, the first race, where he was just utterly dominant. So
yeah,
we know he's got the pace.
Yeah, now it started off the season with a win in Bahrain, and then on the podium in Saudi. So
yeah,
it's cooled off a little bit since then. Did not have as much luck through the rest of that first third of the season, but came back into form in Spain with another podium.
Yeah, good driver.
So
it's great to see him doing well. I think he had a tough first season.
Yeah,
this season he's really kicked on.
Lucasade spun it. Yeah, it seems like it's dry enough to put in most of a good lap, but there's always going to be one corner that throws the driver off.
Yeah, the deltas aren't too far below their bests on various drivers coming through. Just on with Night King. He took that nicely, the Maggots, Beckett, Chapel. Now he's 2/10 up. I think it's going to... Yeah, and he's back off.
Yeah, I think the order we have maybe the order we see. Yep.
Yeah. Well, unless Cher can put in a lap above. There we go. Into fifth. Boom.
So, like I was saying, we do have the Fast Five, but there's a few intruders. Namely, Hayscran and Logan like to poke their heads up there every once in a while. OTL Fed for sure has made his presence known. And
yeah, I think he won the last one, or the last two, OTL.
Yeah, OTL is on a hot streak, won the last two in a row, and podium just before that in Monaco.
Wow.
So, I think if he stays on this current pace, on the current rate, he'll be a championship contender within the last 3 or 4 races. No problem. We'll all just see.
Yeah, I'm on with Chaos, who was actually on par with his best. He only needs to find a 10th to move up. Nicely through there in the slippy conditions. DRS open. Up the hanger straight. Uses the car in front for a slipstream. Almost went very wrong. Gets it tight onto that apex. And then down into the final sector.
Rain really coming down. We can hear it on the camera. Last bit's always tricky. He's going to hold it in.
Don't invalidate. Oh, like great lap, Chaos. Wow, he found 3 seconds on his previous lap.
There it is.
In damp conditions.
Well, we said here's the order, and he said no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I want to be
a little faster.
Before the season, I thought he would be. I thought he'd be fighting a lot further up. I know he's missed a couple of races and had some bad luck, so
yeah,
great to see Chaos near the top.
No, Chaos is certainly quick. Just lacks that consistency. I think we've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Really quick driver, just struggles to get it all hooked up over the course of a race.
Yeah, it's tough. How did you go today?
You know, I came into it and I thought I had a lot of pace. I felt good, especially with the rain. I figured the rain's the great equalizer. I actually had a wet setup loaded, and I'd even practiced with it, and still wound up right at the bottom. So I kind of just stayed there for the day.
My quali was a disaster.
Yeah.
In every way.
And I had the start was okay. I think I got a little loose and lost the pack. I was able to keep drivers behind me quite well, though. I kept your 2 or 3 runner-up Tar Heels pinned behind me for a good chunk of the race. No, it wasn't Tar Heels. Sorry, it was Mr. Hex.
Okay, yeah.
Swapped the Red Bulls. But yeah, I kept Mr. Hex pinned up behind me for quite a while, and was able to keep Monkey Pill behind for the short time he was in. So.
Very good.
Got a great view of the Roman Mr. Hex battle. May need to post a clip of that later because it was strong. It's Clash of the Titans and I was a fly on the wall.
Yeah, well, neither of those two give much space. Give much away in a
No,
battle.
absolutely not. So I just hopped on board with Northern Canic at the last second, who did improve by 14 thousandths of a second. So despite the rain, some drivers can find the most marginal of gains.
The rain's so light, and the track will be. I mean, does it rubber in light rain? I'm not sure.
No, I don't know. Only
Yeah, I'm
got a
on with
minute
Northern. Let's see
50.
how he's doing. I think they're our leaders and the constructors, Mercedes in Tier 3. Northern and Lucasade.
They are. They are. They lead the Red Bull squad by only 21 points. And I think part of that is, well, they're about evenly matched. Haysgran came in a little late, but Northern Canic missed the last few races. Missed 3 of the last 4, so.
Yeah. No McLaren boys, Dutch and Vinny today. Unfortunate for them. And Cannon dives in the pits as well. Joe's on a lap, but 7 seconds down.
Yeah, I think drivers just playing around with the transition conditions at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you mentioned, but there's a glitch in the game which means Parc Ferme, even if it's on, essentially isn't in operation. So just because it's impossible to police, obviously, what everyone's doing. I think it's open season, so if it's wet enough, drivers are welcome to change to a wet setup for the race. Just worth noting. So on with Huiskran. Currently sat in P2. Oh, very close to invalidation there. Just keeps it on the tarmac. Oh, and maybe took too much curb on the inside there. And he's 3/10 up, and so unlikely to improve.
Who are you watching? Tar Heels?
That's Huiskran.
Haysgran. Okay.
And he's jumping into the pits, yeah.
I jumped on board with Tar Heels, who Shep dove out of the way for. So we'll see. Tar Heels a little low on the order for normal.
Yeah,
I'm not thinking this is his
that.
track. Yeah. Rumor around the paddock is he was scrambling for a setup. Does move up to 7th.
Boom, finds 8/10. Great lap. Puts himself on the 4th row.
Yeah. Yeah, rumor in the paddock is he was scrambling for a setup today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So maybe just a little lack of preparation for this one.
He popped into the Aston Martin garage today, I guess.
I sure did. A couple times.
He's a welcome guest over there these days.
Yeah, it just depends on if he is finishing ahead or behind of the established driver. It determines how friendly is treated.
Of course.
Yeah.
Come in, do well, but not too well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a team game, right? It's all for the team.
Yeah, it was. It's an interesting track for setup. What sort of wings did you go with in the end?
I think I ran 1622 is what I had.
Yeah, I tried a bit less, 1714.
I debated
nice.
less, but I didn't play around with it too much. Maybe that's where it was.
Yeah, that was a sim racing setup one?
Absolutely.
That you sent.
Yep.
Yeah, I think there's a ceiling on those setups. They're nice to drive for sure, very comfy. But I mess around sometimes in time trial and just put on someone else, and
Yeah.
you find suddenly 3 or 4 tenths. Sure, you might be spinning 50% more that you need to rein in, so it takes a bit of getting used to a new setup. But then there's just a lot of time in it. Anyway, sorry, we should run through the order. Go ahead.
All right, so Lucas Aid and Haystran will take the front row. Jimmy Pull-Up and Logan Aim line up second row. Chaos Druid, Share Shaft on the third. Tar Heels and Baba Yaga in seventh and eighth. Shep and OTL Feb will round out the top 10. The rest we can cover in the formation lap. But that's our grid for the British Grand Prix.
Well, I'm excited. It's a good-looking grid.
It's always a good-looking grid in Tier 3. Who are you kidding?
Exactly. And the rain does add a little X factor. It's always good.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Putting on the being on the right tire at the right time.
Well, yeah, I learned that in Canada, where it all went very wrong. Be on the right tire at the right time. I think that's a good golden rule. Don't try and be too smart.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, about your race, how did you run today?
So decided to start on the hards. I was qualified low, 11th, I think, 12th, and had a lovely first stint. Got in the DRS of Hardy Dar, who's super quick. Stayed with him pretty much till maybe a lap or two before the pit. Came out on the mediums, spun in Sector 1 on cold tyres, and then managed to get it going again. And then got in a nice rhythm, ended up P4, I think 6th on track, but got a couple of places on penalties. So I was happy. It was a good recovery drive. Although that's probably my best track, or certainly my favourite track.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't tell. Right, well, somebody's rated up a little early because we are rolling down the formation lap, which means we can go through our grid again and give them a little more attention. Let me get our various metrics pulled up here. And let's see who's on what tire as well.
Yeah, just have a look at that. So Jimmy in 3rd, Tar Heels in 7th, and the Night King in 12th have all gone with the hards. Now, I went hards because I think, assuming you don't do it under a safety car, warming up the hard tyre is a nightmare. And I'd rather start on the hards after a formation lap and then pop onto the mediums instead. I think it might be a quicker overall way to get through the 26 laps. If there's rain, obviously that affects it. But that was my thinking.
So interesting you bring that up. I noticed after the formation lap, I parked up on the grid, and my tires were 100 and... Well, sorry, they were very cold. They were very cold.
Oh, really?
They all reset down to the same temperature. I'm not sure what it is in Celsius, but it's about 158.
Really? Was that like a glitch, or?
I think it was, yeah.
They were higher, like as you were coming into the pit.
Well, yeah. I didn't look, but I know with the spinning that I was doing that they definitely had to have been higher than what they were.
Wow. Okay.
They were 70C. They were 70C coming in, which I just felt was not right.
That's too low.
Yeah.
No. But it is difficult. I mean, I think I only got mine to low 80s in Celsius. It's difficult to generate much heat.
Yeah.
Well, I think Roman led quite a quick formation lap, which helped.
Mm-hmm. He did, but he did something different than usual this time. He slowed up right at the end, which is good for him because it means his tires don't get as cold.
Yeah.
But
here we go.
Yep, I'm on board with Lucas 8 for the start, I believe. Nope, there we go. So there's 5 red lights.
And off they go.
There they go. Lucas Day getting away decently, although Haystran getting away better.
What a flyer. Haystran off into the lead.
Oh, it gets really loose though.
Ferrari runs a bit wide there.
He's giving it right back. Jimmy Pull-Up moving up into second place now. Oh, Chaos Druid giving Jimmy the spin of his life, so that's Jimmy dropping all the way back to the back of the pack here.
Yeah,
Chaos
I've got a
floating in.
glitch. Mine says Night King's in the lead, but it's Lucozade, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got Lucozade up the lead, and I see OTL Feb dropping off the
Oh
back.
no,
Where's that car? That's on the
he's
left side of
gone.
the
He's
straight.
out.
Yeah, and we have a safety. Is it a safety car or virtual? I can't tell.
It looks like a virtual because there's no safety car out on the
Oh,
map.
okay. Yeah, we got a full course yellow, but that's WEC terminology. So.
Wow. So, yeah, I've still got Night King in first, which is odd. What position do you have him?
I have Night King in the very back.
Yeah. It's weird with that.
Right, so they're back to green and no drive-through penalties. So that's always good to see.
So I've got Jimmy in last, but where have you got Jimmy?
Okay, so they've swapped. So I've now got Jimmy in last and Night King second to last.
So he's lost 10 places. That's a disappointing start for him.
Yeah, no, Jimmy, our Chaos got into Jimmy and spun him round. That explains why he's all the way back there. Meanwhile, Lucasade's been able to hold the lead and has pulled out 2 seconds on Hayscran already. Of course, that VSC, if you don't manage your delta very well, that can happen. Yeah, Lucasade, Hayscran, and Cher, all three kind of spaced out up ahead of the pack. And then behind Chaos, they've got Shep, Logan, and Tar Heels all stuffed up. And Northern Canuck too, just a little ways back.
Yeah, nice battle with Logan, Shep, and Chaos P5. I remember Logan having some great battles in Miami, a race that I was with you for.
Yeah, so Logan's continued to be strong.
Expecting good stuff.
He's certainly a fighter.
Just misses. Oh, and Chaos goes round. Just lost it coming onto the hanger straight. Easy to do. Too much gas coming out of Chapel.
I was with Logan. I think I missed it.
It's a shame for him. Logan. This is a track. Just watching Logan. There's a few spots where it's so easy to pick up track limit warnings.
Oh yeah.
I expect there to be a few penalties by the end.
Yeah, I had quite a bit of pride. I didn't pick up any of them until quite late in the race, and I picked up all of them. But at that point, it didn't matter. So.
They're like London buses. You wait ages for one, and suddenly you get two at the same time. So I'm just sat with Logan at the moment, who is chasing down Shep. He has DRS, which has now been activated. Shep won't have. His gap's a bit too big to share. So we might see him move.
So, through the fast right-hander, what's the drive for today? Is it flat? Did you take a flat?
Which one?
Right here. Yep.
No, I don't think you can do it flat in this game. Well, I could never do it. Even in a quali trim, soft tyres, I could never take that flat. I think the cars are just a bit too... Oh, Logan picks up the first 3 seconds. I think the cars are just a bit too heavy, a bit too oversteery to get the turn in to get through there flat.
Yeah.
I'd do a small lift and drop a gear.
Yep, that's where I was at too. If I was really lucky, I could do it with about a 50% lift and drop in a gear, so max rev in 7th, but then it would fall away.
Yeah. And I mean, turn 1, this is it can be flat, but you've got to get it spot on to not get a penalty. It's difficult. I think I was erring on the side of caution there, and very slight lifts or upshifts just to stabilise the car.
Once the tires would grip up, I could get through there flat, but yeah, otherwise you're right on the limit there. So another corner that Logan's coming up to here, this long right-hander. What's your line for this one?
Wow, there's so many ways through there. I don't think I always did the same one either.
It's different every
Obviously,
time.
just all about the exit, carrying some apex speed through the first 1, 2, and then all about the exit. Difficult.
Yeah.
And easy to spin as well, you know. Coming out of Woodcote, it's just so there's so little traction. And I'm not sure if something's happened, but Shep has caught right onto the back of Cher.
Yeah, we see these two battling all the time, and I love to see it because these two were the big dogs when I first joined PRL. So it's always fun to watch them battle here.
The Perros Grandes, indeed.
Yeah.
And is Shep going to make a move?
No.
No, backs out, sensible. Down to second there. I think you can do that in a higher gear. But gets a nice exit, gets the car rotated.
Yeah, couldn't quite get on throttle enough though. Kind of dropping back a little ways.
With the DRS, sends it. Just sends it into left field. I love it. Switch back. Oof. Careful. Putting too much throttle on the curb there sends the car flying as well. Dummies to the inside. Runs wide. Might have got a warning for that. If we have a car on the right, looks like chaos.
I believe it was.
Oh, Shep following right behind. Great stuff. Right in the dirty air, but kept the car under control nicely.
Yeah, I found I could go through the Magus Beckett's chapel real nice behind a car, so the new aero design's working well for that.
Yeah, you can follow it easier, can't you?
Yeah. No, it was quite nice.
Shep's driving really nicely, much better exit, and he's passed.
Yeah, that's moved done.
Without the DRS on that straight. How's his, he's on 40% share, sat on 90.
Yeah, Cher knows what he's doing. He's just saving it up. Look here, he has the exit.
I think you'll get past him
He's
here.
got the battery. Oh no!
I did that this morning in practice twice and just was very scared of it. Just the car going and continuing to go.
Yeah. No, you can only do that so many times before you become gun shy with it.
Absolutely brutal. Unlucky Cher. Regroup, fight back. You've got the speed.
So we don't see safety cars here very often. At least not in PRL. I didn't watch Premier Tier 1, but I did not see a safety car in our race, nor in this one. They've had the VSC, but not a full.
No, we didn't even have a VSC, did we?
No, we barely had yellow flags. It was, yeah.
It was disappointingly clean from everybody. I was hoping to make some positions up by people crashing out.
Yeah, I was hoping to get one of those instances where you managed to get out, managed to get in the pits before everybody else, get those fresh soft tires on, and catch up and start passing people in the pit lane. That's what I was hoping for, but no grant.
Yeah, you did hard soft, yeah.
Well, no, I did medium to hard, and then at the end of the day, I was going to try to steal the fastest lap, even though I wouldn't have gotten the point for it.
Take it off someone. Yeah, but my teammate did hard soft.
Yeah.
I think he just kept going on the hards, waiting for a safety car, which would have been ideal, but obviously it never came. So I mean, the softs you can't get maybe six good laps, perhaps 7.
Yeah, that's what I had in my data.
Yeah. So Lucasades kept that gap to about 3 seconds for the last sort of 5 laps. Those medium runners, I guess they're pitting around lap 11 or 12?
Yeah.
10, 11, 12.
Yep. 12 or 13 is what I had in my data, and that's about what Jeff had for me too. Or no, he's not Jeff anymore. Who is he? Mark? I don't know.
Yeah, Bob.
Nico.
Yeah. Me and him aren't, we're not as close as we should be. After Canada, falling out with him. The rain's gonna get lighter, he kept telling me. As it got heavier, and everyone on hard tyres just kept flying past me. As I'm like a duck on the intermediates.
Well, yeah, in the meantime, I mean, everybody's kind of... Share's closing up on Dookie Hoser now. What a name.
Yeah.
But other than that, the drivers starting to separate out. That's kind of the sad thing when you have a... And this grid is good. It's a good-sized grid, but, you know, in our race, the grid got small quite quickly, and it gets so spread out here.
Yeah. It's hard, even if you are quite a bit quicker, it's hard to dump someone from your DRS zone.
Yeah.
Which means, cars can get stuck together. But it looks like here, it's a bit more spread out. I wonder if there's some team orders here. Dookie's a reserve. He knows Share's a tier 3 admin. Might be a good idea to not hold him up too much. He's a first race. Go and win it. Fight for your life.
Maybe so, but it's not really showing any signs of giving anything up, is he?
No, well, he doesn't. Share's not quite close, and although he's using his battery now. Here we'll see if there's a big defence.
Oh!
Yeah, that was the one thing we didn't want to happen. Blue on blue violence. What a disaster. Yeah, poor Dookie. It looked like he was going to go. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe one for the stewards. It was unfortunate, that's for sure.
Yeah, Share just making sure the young upstart knows his place.
Just a little shot across the bow.
Yeah. Just to let him know.
And so, now we don't have anyone particularly close.
No, I think...
how are our heroes and villains in terms of position change?
Let's take a look. So, I think we definitely have some distinctive zeros, but not as many heroes. Shep definitely fills in the hero category, up 6 positions from qualifying, so well done to Shep, cementing his place in the Fast 5. Northern Canuck also moving up 5 positions, so well done to recover from a not ideal qualifying, but not the worst in the world either. And then the 2 zeros have to be the 2 that haven't finished and won't finish. Chaos Druid down in, well, I guess at 13th, but having not finished the race, I think tried to retire in the pits, but the car carried on. And I think he followed the correct procedure too, so that'll be one to look into.
Yeah, he's not on the track for me.
No, he's not on the track for me any longer. I watched him when he came in. He retired at the entrance to the pit lane, but I still saw the car come out, so.
Okay.
And the driver that he spun, OTL Feb, had a good... Shows he's only down 4 positions, but was moving up and...
It was looking good, wasn't he? Yeah.
Can get vertical motion. Oh, Jimmy Pull-Up, we can't forget Jimmy. Down 5 positions from his start, but again, I think he was interfered with by somebody. I think he got a little kiss, and that's what put him back. So
he'll be working hard. And yeah, shout out to Shep, who's put some gap between Logan, and I think he's just starting to reel in Heiskran. Started 9th and up 6 places, flying in the Ferrari.
Yeah, well, Shep's been driving this track for a long time, so it's feels like home. Feels like home.
Yeah, he's been in the iRacing, I think, recently as well. Trying his hand in different formula, different racing. I guess it all helps.
Yeah, I think anything and everything helps.
And he looks super comfortable, actually. He's hitting his apexes. No time penalty.
You know, speaking of
Nice
racing around in other series, I've started considering maybe starting up PRL rally racing. I gotta figure out the logistics of that. And that's a thought.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We've just got our first pitter, Logan. He's come in for the hards.
Yep, we were on board to watch.
What's that? So he's done 10 laps on the... Yeah, maybe one early, but... Try and get those up to temperature, and then attack the guys on the cold tyres in the next couple of laps.
Yeah, the hard tires are fantastic here. They last forever. They put on just as good pace as the mediums, at least in my running they did, so... Yeah, hard tires are nice here.
But this first three sectors is... you just got to be careful. So easy to lose the car.
Yeah. You gotta know you have to expect what they're gonna give you through there, which is not much grip.
Yeah, but once up to temperature, they're nice. And he's coming out behind Joe.
So Haysgran coming in as well. One of the top 3 pitting now, probably gonna dump off the mediums for a hard tire, I'd assume. Yeah, Silverstone is
they have to react.
Silverstone's a tire eater. I noticed. I mean, the soft fall away at about 8 or 9% per lap. It's quite a lot.
Yeah.
So that being said, the tires do last into higher percentages. I could run most tires to 60-70% and still have enough grip to put in decent laps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the mediums after 12 laps were at 50. The front ones were high 50s for me.
Yeah,
so I didn't have too much of a window really for the medium soft.
No, I think if you could pull off a medium soft here, you'd be stretching them both hard. Quite a bit. Yeah.
The medium hard,
Yeah, the hard tires I found pace on all the way through about 17, 18 laps of running, and the fuel kept going out, but the tires kept holding up, so probably could have gone even further on them, and I saw the pace kept getting better, so yeah, no, big fan of the hard tire.
And I guess Lucas now is going to have to react. He's been using a lot of battery this lap.
Yep. Still has 50 in the reserve, but...
all the way up Hanger Straight, he had it on pretty much. I guess to want to make sure he comes out well ahead of Huijskrank. Tar Heels will take the lead in the hard tyre. Jimmy 2. Share, I guess. Yeah, Share pits as he just picks up 3 seconds. And it's such a slow stop, isn't it? You spend an inordinate amount of time going at 40 miles an hour, whatever, 50 miles an hour.
It is
37 miles an hour. Such a slow stop.
Let's see, do I still have... So I didn't get a delta per se.
It must be the slowest of all the tracks, I think.
It's definitely one of them. So from pit entry to pit exit, so white line to white line, it's about 50 seconds at this pace.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it really hurts. But everybody has to do it, so that's part of it, you know.
Well, Lucas Aid's out, and he's got 3 seconds. So it's about the same to Huijskrank. His tyres should be up now, and he's going to have 1 lap fresher hard for the rest of the race. It is officially Lucas Aid to lose. Jimmy will be attacking him on the cold hards. Jimmy's probably got a couple more laps to go before he puts on the mediums. But his tyres will be in a much better window at the moment.
Yeah, using the harder tire up front is not the worst here, because then you can actually you can utilize the low fuel and the softer tire and get a little more pace out of them, because I found with a lot of fuel, running the softs was actually slower than running the hards, even after they were both heated up. So, well, no, not much faster. Softs were a little faster, but not as much as I would have expected.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So we've got a yellow up ahead. Kaufer and Dookie House are going to be first on the scene. I think it's Cher Shaft. He's gotten it moving.
Cold mediums.
The wing's okay, so I think he's all in good shape.
So on with Dookie, chasing Tarfor. Tarfor looked like he was going to potentially pit. But
yeah.
He's just got new tyres, but his line.
Throw the dummy, why not?
Yeah, stay tighter there if you can. Down. Ooh, nice line through there. Better line than Tarfor. He's going to get the DRS. He should get past.
And Kaufer deploying battery.
Yeah, wow. He wasn't making any. Sends it down the inside. Leaves room though nicely. Good driving by these two. Gets a great. Oh no, Tarfor. Unfortunate. These two are having a great ding dong.
Yeah.
And he's got it turned around and off he goes again.
Yep.
Joe gets past.
Victim of the hot tire. We've seen that a lot more this season than I can recall in any previous season. I mean, in this game, when the tires overheat, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Way more so than in previous years.
That, for sure, the car is 1,000% more sensitive to the temperature of the tyre.
Yeah.
Whether they're cold, in range, or too hot, the grip drop off is much more substantial.
Yeah, definitely. So I've got, I'm on board with Haystran, him, Jimmy, and Lucasade all running, not really super close, but I mean, probably the closest of the ones we see, other than Logan trying to catch up to Shep here.
I wonder if Tar Heels will go in this lap.
Let's see, we're on board. Nope.
No,
we're going to carry on.
Out. Again, I mean, he could be trying to hold on to the softs. He could be waiting for a safety car, or just thinking, hey.
Yeah, I considered the hard to soft. I gave that consideration. I didn't run with it. It's possible. It's just a little risky, right? I mean, you swap on the softs.
I don't think it's quicker. Those last 4 or 5 laps you've got to do on the hards, and probably the last 1 or 2 on the softs.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure it's actually quicker in total.
No, yeah, it's going to be incredibly slow there towards the end. So,
although if there's rain, although the skies are looking pretty blue, but if there is rain, having a soft tyre will obviously give you a ton more grip than a medium or a hard.
Right. Well, Silverstone's located in one of those 5-minute weather places, right? Don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. I just think it looks pretty blue. We might get away with it.
So Jimmy is the first to come out from the hard onto the medium. And this is about a good window to do it. I think he's going to get the most out of those mediums.
Careful. Yeah.
He'll be delivering all the ways. I can see his temps. They're already pretty close to good.
Yeah, just the mediums are a lot quicker. By the time he gets to Beckett's, he should be okay.
Yeah. So Tar Heel's continually shedding the gap to Lucasade. I think getting onto soft tires is the only way that's going to work. And Haystrand's had a spin. There goes Shep,
Oh, no.
and Logan's not far behind. Hayscran doing well, though, letting both drivers by. Safe driving. We don't see that too often these days. See a lot of people just abusing the Ghost. And not Hayscran, so well done.
I think Night King is having 9 seconds. And Logan's got 9 as well. That's going to drop him down a lot. Tarpo 6. And Hayscran 3. Top 3 without penalties. Top 3 on track. I mean,
right.
Probably not net P3, is it? He must be pitting through or else.
I don't know. He's got 24 seconds. He's got 24 seconds back to Logan, and Logan has some penalties. Like you said, 9 seconds worth, and Hayscran's quite a ways behind Logan. So Tar Heels could come out net P3. It depends. We'll have to see. But I think it's within the realm of possibility, which would be a good recovery from his less than stellar qualifying.
And of course, all this means that Lucasade now is 12 seconds clear of net P2.
Yeah, the soft tire is going to be the only way Tar Heels can recover on Lucasade is going to be a soft tire miracle.
Yeah, 7, 8 time trial laps, quali laps.
Yeah, I'd even say quali plus. I mean, just a pit stop here is so slow.
So I'm just on with Lucasade. Let's see if we can learn anything from the Maestro. Yeah, he's third. Again, this is such a tricky corner as well, I find. I think I was losing time there today to Hardy Idar every lap.
I finally found a decent way through it, but it's probably not the best. You almost have to, before the tight left-hander, you almost have to get as far to the right side of the track to kiss the curb over there. And then you're in okay shape.
And then turn it round and arrow it back.
Yep.
Let's see how he takes on Cops. Yeah, a full lift and a gear drop. And then here, 6th. Well, 7, 6. 6th or 5th for the exit here. 5th. I think if you really nail it, you do that in 6th. I'd often have to use 5th, but I think if you get it right in 6th, that's the quickest way through.
Yeah, I could get it in 6th occasionally. I find I take a different line, and maybe it's a slower line, and that's why it's different. But through Maggots, I actually hold flat 8th gear all the way, and then I don't drop to 7th until about halfway through Beckett's. Then 6th to get through.
I just think you've got to make sure you're taking Beckett so far on the left that I prefer to have a bit more control of the car just on entry there to try and really line up the last exit. Yeah, Lucasade's flying.
Yes, that's the fastest lap.
2 seconds on Shep. Yeah.
Well, we're critiquing his driving.
It's good to see a Brit winning in Silverstone. All these people, fans paid their money.
Yeah, that'll be great because Lucasade has been around PRL for a little while, just hasn't had much pomp and circumstance around him.
Under the radar, low key.
Yeah.
Does his best work in the shadows.
No, I remember the conversation I had with him and some of the others a while ago when he first joined is what Lucasade was, because I'm unfamiliar with it on this side of the pond. And come to find out it's similar to Gatorade and Powerade and all the other aids.
It's very similar to Gatorade, yeah. One of those sports drinks.
Yeah.
Lucasade the cigarette, that was the bad days. Waiting for the bus, breakfast of champions, on a hangover. I haven't had a Lucasade in a long time.
So I've jumped back to share a shaft, running down his teammate again. You think Dookie's gonna move out of the way this time? Doesn't want to get punted, or?
I'm not sure. Let's see how they go. I just hope they both get through with all wings attached. Oh, yeah. Nice and Share took that nicely. He's got a ton of battery, not using any. I think he's thinking this isn't a place this time. Here it's easy to get an invalidation, just keeps it within the lines. Brake at the 100, and then prepare your short shift. I do a double short shift there. And try and get flat, yeah, a bit tentative from Share through there.
Yeah.
He's made up a few tenths. Flat? No, not flat. Big lift there.
It's about at the best point where you could take that flat because the hards have rubbered in by now and the fuel's low enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Share just a little tentative. Tar Heels, I think, is definitely making a run for the soft tire, but now he's in the box.
Yeah.
And he's honestly just been bleeding time. Yeah.
He's always been one to, see if he can be a bit creative with the strategy, which is great.
Yeah. A man of my own heart.
Exactly. And more chance of getting the fastest lap, which is a couple of points.
Yeah.
So that makes, that's worth a position or two, isn't it, depending?
Yep. So let's see. There goes Shep. It's going to be close between him and Logan. I think Logan's going to get him. So now, the teammate will have Red Bull on Red Bull. I think he's going to be fine. Yeah, he's going to be safe from his teammate.
I think the Night Kings decided to call it a day in the pits. So yeah, I'd give it a little bit, and then I think you'll see Tar Heels really come back at Logan quickly.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm Tar Heels, I'm not worried about Logan. Logan has the 9 seconds of penalties, which the drivers can see.
Yeah.
But what about Shep? You think Tar Heels is going to be anywhere in his neighborhood today?
I think to get, 6, 7 and a bit seconds. 6 laps. If you can get in the DRS within, 4 with a lap to go, then yeah. But again, his softs aren't going to be great at the end.
No.
He might make up a second a lap for the first 4 or 5. Well, we'll see. Yeah, 6.2 seconds behind. And Tar Heels picks up 3 seconds on that corner I was just talking about. Logan lets him through. Probably sensible, thinking there's no point losing time battling. See if I can stay in his DRS.
Yep.
I think he'll struggle with that. Oh, I think he'll get a warning for that, Logan.
Oh, and Tar Heels has picked up a penalty.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
It just happened on that corner I was talking about.
Yeah, okay.
The fast right. That is Stowe. The exit of Stowe.
So Logan with 15 seconds of penalties, that could shove them all the way back to Jimmy or farther.
Yeah. Like we said, penalties are going to play a part today. It's one of those tracks where, you've got to be close to the edge to be quick, but...
Yeah, it's always a game, right?
Could catch him even if he won't get the position.
It's always a game of, if I cut this corner, I might gain a little bit of time, but is that going to be worth 3 seconds if I do it 3 times? And the answer is most of the time, no.
No, of course not, yeah.
So
Tar Heels sets the fastest Sector 2. What is the fastest lap at the moment? A 1:31.2 to beat.
Let's see.
A 1:31.1 to beat Shep. Boom, 1:29.7. Massive. 2.5 quicker. So at that rate, he certainly will catch Shep if he can do it on track. Down to 6 seconds.
So I've just been through the race director. Shep has no warnings as of yet. So
cleaner than a
Yeah, the chance of Shep maybe picking up a penalty and making this interesting is low.
Well done, Chef. It'll be a great P2. Lucas A, a class above today here. But congrats to Shep. Tar Heels. What are the penalties? Hoshkan 3. Tar Heels 3. Logan 15. Yeah. That'll put him back to 8, I think.
Yeah, 7. I think so.
Share with 6 seconds down in 10. That's a shame.
So Northern Canuck really closing up on Logan. Not sure he's going to be too concerned about making a big move, though, because he's within...
Anyway. Yeah, but he's a racer. Tack, come on. There's a car in front of you. If there's a car in front
but he's lifting.
Take it,
but he's lifting before the braking zone. So is he a racer? Is he really?
Okay. I mean, no, of course he's still around.
He's sensible. How about that? Can be a sensible racer.
He's sensible. Oh yeah, obviously everything. I was actually saying this the other day to someone that centre line. You see a gap and you don't go for it.
Yeah.
I think that's been so harmful in league racing, just because. Because I mean, it's obviously not true, is it? There are times when there's a gap that don't go for it, but people think it's some sort of badge of honour to be going for things that,
to be going for that gap.
Not worth it. So yeah.
So then I think the discussion becomes then if, is it really a gap then? If it's something that you really shouldn't be going for, would you call it a gap? Would Senna have called it a gap? Probably not.
Yeah, I guess then it's the definition of a gap, but I still hold him responsible for a lot of clownish acts on the track.
So
Logan's got in and put on fresh softs. I wonder if he wanted fastest lap.
He could steal it.
With his penalties, he's going to drop down so much anyway. Why not just risk it for the biscuit?
Well, with the way it is, he would have stayed up a few positions, but maybe, if you don't have anybody helping you watch the times.
Tar Heels are spun.
Uh-oh. See if we can jump up to it.
He's got it back. Huiskran's coming round. They've both got 3 seconds, so this is for position. This is for the final podium spot. Oh, poor Tar Heels. And I'll tell you what though, before he spun, I just flicked on, and Shep was still 6 seconds. So Shep, after 3, he was holding the pace. Fair play to the big man. The Ferrari fanboy.
These two Red Bulls, they are, I think, they're not quite competitive in the championship. Huiskran's quite a ways down, but...
Yeah, we saw them in Baku, I think, having a great drag race to the line.
Yeah, Huiskran finishing on the podium there.
Yeah, he pipped Tar Heels by 100th or a handful of thousandths of a second.
So if he can pick up some pace, Canuck is actually going to be finishing that final spot on the podium.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has it right now.
Already that he's less than 3 seconds behind.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to push hard for it.
It's borderline. Is this the last lap or is there one to go?
No, this is it.
One to go. It's Lucas, because Lucas had started his last lap.
Oh, he's just started it, okay.
Huiskran. If you think, well, yeah, they've got to get a move on because of Canuck, haven't they? Although he's just fallen out of Tar Heels.
Yep.
But for Huiskran, for instance, waiting till the hanger straight on the last lap might be the easiest way to do it, but that runs you risk of Northern, and he's dropped out of the DRS. He's got a really poor exit. I think the curb unsettled the car.
Yeah, and Huiskran's had quite a twitch. Huiskran's actually having connection issues. Huiskran's out of the session.
Oh no.
So that's going to make way for Canuck. Now it's just more of a time trial between Canuck and Tar Heels.
It's what, 3.5, 3.3?
Yeah, and Tar Heels has the soft tire.
No, he hasn't got the DRS. Yeah, which would be hurting though. 2.4. Yeah, it's unfortunate for Canuck. He's had to go round a slow. I mean, fair play, because the rules are not to drive through a ghosted car.
Yep.
It was unfortunate that he reached him right there on that corner, which meant that he had to take such a compromised line. But that's just racing. And Lucas wins. Congratulations, our British Grand Prix Tier 3 Round 10 winner, Lucas. Commentator extraordinaire and fantastic driver too.
Bringing it home
for P2. Great drive from the godfather of PRL.
Yeah.
And Tar Heels completes the podium.
Yep, brings it across the line nice and smooth. Canuck just shortly behind.
Good day for the Mercedes boys again. The constructors leaders picking up some big points.
Yeah, their competitors, the Red Bull, just trailing behind, just barely.
Well, yeah, Red Bull were unlucky today. I mean, Tar Heels and Huyscamp both had spins. Without those, it might have been a bit closer.
Sure.
Jimmy in the Alpha P6. Joe, the second Ferrari man, comes across the line for P7. Dookie P8. Cher P9. Logan, who I guess didn't get the fastest lap.
No, I don't believe so. I don't think we saw an update.
He was a second off. No, Tar Heels took it. And Tafur finishes the race, which deserves a special shout out.
Yeah, no, I was going to say the same. Big props to Taufer for finishing this race. See a lot of drivers who quit early, but not Taufer. Taufer's going to stick into it. So Shep takes driver of the day. Is that what you would think? Would you be in agreement with that? Or do you think it goes to somebody else?
Give Shep driver of the day, regardless of what happens.
Shep's your man. Not sure?
Oh, come on.
Not your own country?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Shep, yeah.
You know we record these, right? You gotta be careful.
Yeah. I mean, they're both great men.
So that's 2 podiums for Lucas today, right? He took second place in the PRL race, you said? So
he's third, I think.
Third, okay.
He got third in Tier 2.
So
Lucas, Shep, Tar Heels, Northern, Huyscamp, Jimmy, Baba Yaga, Joe, Dookie, Cher, and Logan, Tafur, and then Night King, Chaos, and OTL did not finish. Good race, no rain, but still plenty going on.
Yeah. No, well done to everybody. Lucas picking up a win. That makes his 4th of the season. I think that's more than anybody else in Tier 3. So got a stranglehold on the championship lead there. So
yeah, I think he's not destined for Tier 3 for too much longer. No,
I would have to agree with you. Maybe he'll swing by the Aston Martin garage later this week.
You'll give him some donuts and a coffee. And
just a hop, skip, and jump from Brackley. I mean, it's not that far. So, all right. Well, this has been Tier 3 in Great Britain. I'm Tag Delta. He's Nico John, and we appreciate you joining us for the race this weekend. I would say see you at the next one, but I won't be in attendance. I'll be out. So maybe
Where
Nico
are we next week, Tack?
We're in Austria. Breaks my heart to miss it. But
okay. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for having me. Always.
Yep. Have a good one, everyone.